Hi, I'm Lee Smith of Blood and Iron Martial Arts.
And I'm Jane Johnston of Blood and Iron Martial Arts. And today we're reviewing the Superior Fencing Jacket, which is also known as the Lynx Jacket through South Coast Swords.
So our first impressions of this jacket were very good. The material quality is strong, it's protective. It came to us in a timely fashion from Superior Fencing. That was a big plus. We got it here in about a month and a half, which was a big bonus for all of our students.
And the nice thing was that we did get a lot for all of our students, which was especially good because they put this nice patch on the back for us. Our students didn't have to struggle with ironing and sewing on a patch on their own. It came just like that. So that was a bonus. The other nice thing about the SF jackets is that they come in 3 different kinds. They've got their generic kind, they've got their women's kind, and they've also got a long kind that has kind of a longer skirt on it. All of those also come in custom sizing, which is really nice. In terms of the break-in period, it varied between individuals. We found some people it took longer than others, but that's kind of a given with any jacket. It is going to have times when it is a lot stiffer, and then you kind of wear that out. But like I said, it's varied with the people. One thing we did have, though, was in the very first week that we were using it, one of our students, the elbow on his jacket ripped for really no good reason. But the nice thing about it is that SF is going to be replacing it, and there was like no questions asked there, awesome customer service. And that was the only jacket in like a shipment of 20 or so that happened to.
Jane, that was due to Reese's manly arms from all those push-ups. So now that's been broken in, what we're hearing from students is varied reports. Some students are saying that they're moving and grooving the jacket just fine. Other students don't really feel that it's quite broken in yet. But take into account that's for us, sparring sessions vary from 2 days a week, 45 minutes, some students sparring to hour and a half, so jacket hours vary.
One of the things that we have been hearing that is the best part of the jacket so far is the forearm protection. They find that it's really extensive, it covers everything, and a lot of them are actually finding they don't have to get additional forearm protection over top because what the jacket has is sufficient. We're also finding that they're holding up very well together. So jacket in terms of material, in terms of things ripping, none of that has happened yet. Like we said before with the one jacket that ripped, it's been a non-issue for the most part. It's being replaced and everything else has been holding up really well.
Things I really liked. This jacket's quite tough. I mean, we've put it through a lot of abuse in the last while. Our fight team members who spar significantly more than regular students have had very little to almost no damage, with the exception of Reese's jacket.
In terms of the women's jackets, they've been getting rave reviews. All of our women like the fit, they like the protection, they all feel comfortable in the jackets. So overall, that's been going really well. The one thing I would say about that is get the custom sizing rather than just the standard, because chests are a little bit of an issue and it can get tight if you don't have a custom size on the women's.
Another thing people really liked, and this is coming from my students, is they like the amount of shoulder room. When the shoulders fit properly, they said they have great shoulder mobility, which is a definite bonus. A couple things we'd like to see changed. So I ordered one of these jackets for myself to replace my Aging Best jacket, and I found that even with the custom measurements we provided, the shoulders were just simply too small.
It's because you're a broad-shouldered beast.
But you know, I've talked to other broad-shouldered beasts in the community who've had the similar issue, so perhaps it might be a design flaw in the jacket, I'm not sure, but there's been other people with similar shoulders to myself who've had troubles with this jacket.
And that is actually something that runs more than just through the shoulders. Some people have been saying that even though they got the custom measurements, it did still run tight in some areas and that it wasn't the best fit for them. So improving the custom fit would be a good thing to do.
So then we're talking about the zipper. I also ordered the longer version to kind of replace my best skirt. And the longer version zipper runs far too long, to the point where it actually constricts my hips, so I'm not able to actually rotate into my cuts. So that was also problematic. With those 2 changes, I could definitely have a winner.
Another thing that we were hearing was that the torso protection isn't quite as good as it could be. Some people were uncomfortable with taking blows to the torso, and so they were thinking about getting a protection for underneath, when with other jackets you don't necessarily have to have that. In terms of the women's jackets, like I said before, a lot of the feedback was really positive, but it was slightly tight in the chest, and whether that's an issue with the custom measurements or just with the standard thing, it's something that should probably be figured out, just to help the women move a little bit better, because, you know, boobs.
So our overall impression of this jacket is quite good. One, it's less expensive than most of the competitors' jackets, and 2, you're getting decent quality for the price, and that means with a lower price point, people will spar more quickly.
Yeah, for the price point, this is a really good jacket. That quality is really high. One thing to just be careful of is the custom sizing. Some people did find it ran small. So if you are thinking about the custom sizing, maybe just add a little bit to your measurements to make sure you're good to go.
For our US viewers, most people will be buying this as a Lynx jacket, which is sold at South Coast Swords.
It's the same jacket as the Superior Fencing, it's just called Lynx.
And the customer service will be excellent. RJ McKeon is fantastic to deal with. So for our US buyers, you're in great hands.
Yeah, so South Coast Swords, excellent customer service. Superior Fencing, though, if you're going directly through them, it was also really good. They always got back to us on time. They shipped it out really fast. Any of the problems we've had with these jackets, they were more than willing to deal with in a really timely fashion. So we're really happy with our experience overall with Superior Fencing.
So overall, the impression was excellent. We're pretty happy with it. We give it a big thumbs up.
Not quite an enthusiastic 2 thumbs up. There are still a few things that they could improve, but we like it. We would definitely recommend buying this jacket. That is our review on the Superior Fencing jacket. If you have anything else that you think we should review, any comments on this, down below.
Yeah, leave us a comment or send us a message.
Bye-bye now. I had to.